So, like, how many times have you really tried your best at something? I mean, really giving something your all. The best effort you have, the most effort you have, your energy, your mind, your strength. How many times have you done that? Can you count them? Have you ever given your all? Have you ever given your all? I remember I was running cross country in high school, and I ran into state championships actually like 50 pounds ago, and I was one of the top runners on my team. I was a co-captain, and in this particular meet, this cross country meet, I placed third. And in cross country, you have teams of 7 to 10. You may have 5 to 7 teams. So you're talking about possibly running against 50, 70 students competing. And I placed third out of probably about 60, 70 runners. And the two guys that placed ahead of me, when I finished, they were bent over. They were holding their shorts. They were extremely tired. They were exhausted. And when I crossed the finish line, I wasn't exhausted. I crossed the finish line, and then I turned around and I started cheering for my teammates. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Corey, Daniel, let's go. Let's go. So when my coach talked to me after the fact, he actually got on my case. And what he told me was that he knew I didn't give him my all. He knew that I didn't run as hard as I could have run, because had I done so, I would have been just as exhausted as those two guys that placed ahead of me. And I possibly could have beat those guys that placed ahead of me. And I didn't understand why he was angry about it or frustrated, or I didn't understand why he was getting on my case. Because in my mind, I was saying, hey, I came in third out of over 50 contestants. And on top of that, I'm cheering for my teammates, because in cross country, it's about the lowest score. So the top 5 runners comprise a low score, and whichever school or whichever team has the lowest score, they win. So if I place third and my teammates come in 4th and 5th, those are very low numbers. So I'm not as concerned about the guy who may be coming first and then his only teammate come in 20th. The next teammate comes in 20th. So that was my mentality as a child, as a young man, you know. But as the years went on, I would think about what Coach Butler was trying to get me to understand. And he was trying to get me to understand that you get the best results when you give your best. You get the best when you give your best. And it sounds simple, may even sound cliche, I don't know, but you get your best when you give your best. And if you've never given your best, you may have the answer to why you're not getting the best out of your situation. Maybe this is not, maybe this is why you're not getting the best out of life. If you're not getting the best out of your job, if you're not getting the best out of your relationship, if you're not getting the best out of your workout, if you're not giving the best, if you're not giving it, how can you get it back? It's a simple concept. And then I think forward to when I was working on my doctorate and I was working full time at the University of Memphis as a project coordinator, and I was also trying to write books, and I was doing so much, and I would spend the night. I would work from 9 to 5, and I would eat dinner, and then I would study, or I would work on my projects, and then I would even sleep in my office to whatever time, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Now I get up, now I go home, jump in the bed for a minute, jump in the shower, get right back up. I was giving it my all because I knew what I wanted to achieve. So ask yourself, how many times in my life have I given my best? When have I given my best? And if you haven't given your best, give your best so that you can get your best. And until the next time you get a message from Dr. Matthews, walk in your purpose.